He's dubbed himself Bruce's babysitter, a former Channel 7 producer whose bombshell allegations have reopened Lehrmann's defamation trial. On the stand today, more shocking claims, from a cocaine bender to hiring prostitutes, all allegedly in a day's work.
Afternoon, Taylor. Can you tell us, what's your beef with Bruce at the moment?
The man of the hour, Taylor Auerbach.
What are you hoping comes out of these claims, Taylor?
An unemployed TV producer, now the headline act. His explosive claims stopping a federal court judge in his tracks.
Do you stand by these claims, Taylor? I mean, they're pretty wild allegations, aren't they?
Auerbach's 11th hour evidence delaying the much anticipated ruling in the Bruce Lehrmann defamation trial. The 32-year-old worked for Channel 7's Spotlight program. He was appointed as Lehrmann's handler in the network's bid to lock down an exclusive interview with the accused rapist.
Morning. You ready? Let's light some fires.
Today, Taylor Auerbach lit a blowtorch of his own, revealing a tailor-made package, apparently no expense spared, checkbook journalism laid bare in a hotbed of allegations aired before the federal court. 3 damning affidavits alleging sex, drugs, whining and dining, and a round of golf. Channel 7 racking up eye-watering expenses to nail down their prized scoop. According to the Auerbach allegations, at the top of Lehrmann's wish list, though denied by him, Thai massage services to the tune of more than $10,000, itemised in $1,000 receipts handed to the judge. Auerbach sensationally claiming Channel 7 also reimbursed Bruce Lehrmann for the cost of illicit drugs, prostitutes, even a visit to a brothel in the lead up to Lehrmann inking the exclusive deal with the network. He revealed to the court one particular night where
Mr. Lehrmann over dinner had purchased a bag of cocaine. When we got upstairs to the room, he pulled that out and started to put it on a plate, and then started talking to me about a prospective story and his desire to order prostitutes to the Meriton that night. And during that conversation, he agreed to being in a Spotlight interview, as long as we didn't ask about the night what happened in Canberra.
Auerbach kept delivering the bombshells, claiming he raised concerns with his Spotlight boss, telling him,
Bruce was on the warpath again, and I told him this was no anomaly. And if you don't mind me swearing, Your Honour, I used the word, this is
Auerbach claimed 7 made arrangements to reimburse Bruce Lehrmann for his bender.
The plan was he would issue an invoice for per diems, and that would be paid for by 7.
Auerbach paints Lehrmann as a man with an insatiable appetite, tabling more receipts that gave the Channel 7 credit card a workout. $517 for one dinner, $450 for another. One boy's night out included a whopping tomahawk steak worth $361, the 1.9 kilogram slab of meat, a shared centrepiece. And the sweeteners kept coming. More than $11,000 put a roof over Bruce's head for 3 weeks while he mulled over the deal. Once he'd signed, 7 forked out another $100,000 on his rent for an entire year. There was also a golf trip to the exclusive Barn Bugle course in Tasmania. On board the flight there, Auerbach, next to his former boss, Spotlight executive producer Mark Llewellyn, taking happy snaps. But it's these photos, supplied by Auerbach, which have now landed Mr. Llewellyn in the thick of it. Auerbach claims this is Llewellyn inadvertently catching himself in the reflection as he photographs the screen of Bruce Lehrmann's laptop. The information captured confidential communication sent by his accuser, Brittany Higgins, to others, collected as part of the police brief of evidence in the Bruce Lehrmann rape case. The messages provided to Lehrmann by police for the sole purpose of preparing his defence for that criminal trial, not to be shared but somehow aired in Spotlight's exclusive story. Bruce Lehrmann denies providing the information to Spotlight, and 7 lawyers say it came from a protected source. Auerbach's affidavit also claims he was asked to help Lehrmann use a photocopier at Channel 7 to copy documents from the trial.
So why does this all matter? Well, Auerbach's testimony goes to the heart of Bruce Lehrmann's credibility, a man who claims his character was defamed by Channel 10 when it broadcast Brittany Higgins' allegations on an episode of The Project in 2021. Justice Michael Lee was due to hand down his ruling on this defamation case today, but sensationally delayed it so he can hear these 11th hour bombshell claims.
Auerbach's testimony put his own credibility under the microscope during cross-examination. He's worked in print and TV for more than a decade, including a stint here at 9. But his bizarre social media videos gave Lehrmann's barrister plenty of ammo. Auerbach's hatred for a former mate's golf clubs, no match for his love of karaoke. Lehrmann's barrister, Matthew Richardson, questioned his state of mind and painted him as a man who drank too much. He pressed Auerbach on why he wrote an apology to his former 7 boss for putting 10 grand's worth of massage services on the corporate card in a drunken haze that had nothing to do with work. Auerbach said he later realised the night in question had everything to do with work, and he was rewarded for courting Lehrmann.
I was given a promotion and a pay rise, sir.
Auerbach and 7 parted ways last year. The producer claimed he was the victim of sustained bullying and anti-Semitism in the wake of the Thai massage fallout. He received a 6-figure payout. Lehrmann's barrister described him as an ex-employee with a killer grudge.
I want to suggest to you, Mr. Auerbach, that you are here today to do as much damage to your former employer and former colleagues as you possibly can.
Strongly disagree.
Round 1 over for the former Spotlight producer. Round 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be another big day. Lizzie Pearl was at court. Lizzie, plenty of bombshells.
Oh, look, Ali, today was the day we thought we'd get a full stop on this very long-running defamation trial, with the judge ruling on whether Bruce Lehrmann was or wasn't defamed by Channel 10. Instead, a whole new chapter, bombshell after bombshell, with allegations about exactly how Channel 7 and their staff went about locking in this deal. And it looks like this is going to be going on for a little bit longer than we all thought today.
So Taylor Auerbach, he is the former Channel 7 producer. How did he seem today?
Well, look, he came to court, he was wearing a suit, he seemed quite composed in the stand, and he was questioned on his motivations for coming to court and for his motivations in signing these affidavits with these explosive claims. And it was put to him that he was doing this to inflict damage on his former employer and the people that still work there. He emphatically denied that, but they were very important questions to ask, and he did answer them.
You know what though, just listening to it today, so much of it was ugly, and it tarnishes our whole industry, not just Channel 7.
I was thinking today when Taylor Auerbach was giving his evidence, what are people at home thinking about the TV industry? They would be shocked, but we are all equally shocked because these allegations, they're grubby, they're gritty. There's allegations of drugs and prostitutes. And, you know, we know about the stories of the TV industry in the 80s and 90s. We've heard the stories. These allegations are wild, and yeah, you're right, it does tarnish the whole industry.
And you've got to remember too that all of this comes from what really happened late at night at Parliament House 5 years ago.
Yeah, Ali, it's really easy to get sidetracked by this sideshow and the theatrics. But we do need to remember there's a woman, Brittany Higgins, who made an allegation that she was raped at Parliament House in a minister's office in 2019. She stands by that allegation. Equally, Bruce Lehrmann denies. He's always denied, and he maintains his innocence. But so many people have been caught up in this. We've seen MPs, we've seen former Prime Ministers, TV producers, presenters, everyday people, political staffers dragged into this. And this is something that the judge is going to have to decide on, because there was no conclusion to a criminal trial. So what happened in that office 5 years ago now comes down to a judge to decide, as he decides whether Bruce Lehrmann was defamed or not.
And that's it, isn't it? This defamation trial, we heard a lot of that evidence, so in a lot of ways it has sort of been that pseudo-rape trial. As you mentioned, today we were meant to get that ruling on whether he was defamed by Channel 10 and Lisa Wilkinson. That seems a while off now.
It does. This trial has already sat for more than 20 days. There's already been thousands upon thousands of pages of testimony, thousands of pages of affidavits. Another mountain of testimony has just landed on the judge's desk today, and we're going to be hearing more tomorrow. So whether we get a decision on this in the near future or the far future, I would say it's going to be a lot longer after next week, because the judge now has this whole new chapter of evidence to look at and to weigh up when he's coming to his decision.
And that's, isn't it? So many lives and careers have been destroyed in all of this. More still to come. Thanks, Lizzie.
Thanks, Ali.